The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Using unparalleled research in the development of a synergistic formulation based around the key concepts of super oxygenation, the next level in cleansing is here. With key ingredients backed by real clinical studies, the new Oxy Powder, available through InfoWars Life, was invented during Dr. Group's research on the toxification of our bodies. Many herbal colon cleansers are harsh on the body and contain cheap and potentially dangerous ingredients, oftentimes full of synthetic fillers, GMOs, additives, or worse. Gently start cleaning your body with easy capsules that start working while you sleep. Oxy Powder does not require time off work, and there's no need for bad tasting concoctions. Instead, Oxy Powder slowly releases monoatomic oxygen into the intestinal tract and body. Experience the astonishing cleansing power of superoxide and ozonide technology. Go to InfoWarsLife.com or InfoWarsStore.com to get started with Oxy Powder, or call 1-888-253-3139.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put two and two together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
Tell folks how you got introduced to Super Male, and then when Super Female came out, tell us what happened.
After I saw such a huge positive change in my husband, I had to try it for myself.
Talk about the effects.
I feel great when I wake up in the morning. I have drive to go to the gym. I feel like I look better. I feel better. I feel sexier. I love it. Even if you don't believe in supplements, take the challenge. Get a bottle of Super Male, a bottle of Super Female. Check it out for yourself. Consult your physician. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today. This is life-changing.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system, or call 1-888-253-3139.
Rallying patriots worldwide in defense of human liberty. It's Alex Jones.
I should do an article or a special report about why surveillance kills productivity, freedom, you name it. You have predatory megacorporations that are making money off the militarization of the West. Off armored vehicles, drones, helicopters, surveillance, the uniforms, the weapons, the equipment. And the substations are turning into their own little NSA spy bases. And so they're expanding all these petty crimes and bureaucratic things, watering on the wrong day, and $2,000, $4,000 a day fines for dust in your barn. And they're going to use all of this surveillance to literally hammer everyone to hell while the government ships in the narcotics and uses the surveillance to cut out their competition to make sure the big banks make the highest profits. Just like Goldman Sachs has been caught using high-frequency trading to corner the stock market. It's rigged. They're rigging it. But the stock market's pumped up with a bunch of fiat dollars right now, inflationary dollars, so people don't know that and think, oh, it's doing well overall. And when the house of cards comes down, all that's going to be left is the police state. And it's not there to keep us safe. And again, the media acts like when you talk about a police state, we're talking about average cops. The average cop is just out revenue generating or is out responding to petty crime. I'm talking about the police state, like in North Korea, on steroids, as William Binney called it. Former director of major operations and technology for the National Security Agency. It is a predatory takeover. John McAfee's our guest, but they can corner markets. Amazon now has a program as of this year where with their longtime customers, they already have packaged and are beginning to ship with, they say, 99.9% accuracy, the package that you want before you order it. And then they even have it where if it's being shipped and you don't order it by time, it turns back around and comes back. But the error level is so low, they make all this money out of it. You go on Amazon and you've already ordered a toaster off there. My buddy was talking about it, and he wanted another toaster for his farmhouse or whatever. It was his farmhouse, and it said, you sure you want this in your cart? You already got a toaster a month ago. And you're like, well, that's convenient. It's easy for me. No, it's profiling you. And now they can corner whole markets. They can decide what propaganda to put out and then look at how it's being effective and then change it. It's Superman technology for tyrants to dominate humanity and to change our free will. And John McAfee, the famous antivirus software guru who evaded the now proven corrupt officials connected into terrorism down in Belize, joins us. And I'm kind of ranting here today about what you're discussing, tracking back the contract. I knew Stingray was one of the units that's being bought with Harris Communications and the rest of it, but I didn't know that it's in the contract. They can't reveal it. But isn't that funny? It's like Monsanto saying, it's in the contract, you can't reveal that this killed monkeys, it was glyphosate was tested on, or it's in the contract that... And so there's cops and FBI on news going, we don't know who these are. Must be hackers. Then they just walk off like they would leave a hacker's fake telephone pole up that looks like a cactus. I mean, this is how dumb they think we are. Then we even get the documents they're doing it. And now they're adding, John, as you know, microphones that listen to people. And now they're adding face scanning cameras. I mean, there's no end to it where the government literally is engaging in felony activities and lying to us. What happens if they don't get in trouble, John?
Well, they conveniently sign these contracts because it gives them an out. You know, well, they can't talk about it. We can't say we have them because we're legally bound not to talk about it. By the way, that lung cleanse, I need some of that. I started smoking, Alex, when the anti-smoking laws became so draconian that I just couldn't not smoke. I felt sorry for these tiny crowds of people huddled together in these 10 by 10 areas trying to smoke. So I started smoking. So
you're a contrarian, not just a rebel.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, at some point, even if you disagree with what's happened, with what a person is doing, you've got to do something to stand up for their rights to do it. In fact, I formed a society called the Social Pariahs. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, you can check us out, where we're supporting people who do these things which are socially undesirable or not politically correct. Because, you know, I don't care. I literally started smoking when I was at an airport in Atlanta, and I saw these poor people out in the cold, huddled together, desperately trying to get their last puff. And I thought, you know, this is it. I'm going to start smoking right here, right now, today. And I did. So, in fact, I think you kindly enough let me smoke in your office one time when we were on the air. And I know that you had quit smoking, so I apologize for that, but that was very gracious of you, sir.
Well, I've never been a huge smoker, but cigars and stuff, I've just teetotaled it the whole 9 yards. But we do like to violate the city ordinance on indoor smoking, so we're happy to have that. Happy to have that happen with the nanny state who puts deadly fluoride in our water and doesn't let us opt out of it. But, John, getting serious here,
yes.
What about the cloud? I mean, I remember knowing now it doesn't let me store my photos on my phone or whatever. It sends it off to this big central hub, and they admit that Google, all of them, data mine the emails, data mine the photos, sell the info in aggregates to the government. It's not just the NSA, it's these big corporations are literally making billions a year. That's why police are going to their own cell phone towers and saying, why should we pay for the data without a warrant from the telecoms?
Absolutely.
And no. And then the telecoms, of course, would not let you get their executives' info. The cops want everybody's info. So there's like a race, a surveillance race going on.
Well, why do you think the cloud is free? Think about it. It costs us nothing. to store as much information as we want. Well, there's got to be a reason, because someone's putting the bill for this, and the people want the information in the cloud, because believe it or not, the cloud is not something which is inaccessible. Anybody can get into it. Anybody can do anything they want. So all the information that you're putting there is available and will stay available. I mean, to save data it costs nothing. I mean, this little device here, this little Hello Kitty thing for kids, you can store over 10,000 King James versions of the Bible on this one little thing. Got the USB connection here. $5. So, of course, everything that we say, everything that we do, all of our videos, all of our images, all of our written words are going to be saved now in perpetuity. Nothing will ever disappear. And you can go back in 1,000 years from now and rehash this conversation and listen to every single word, because saving it costs nothing. It costs nothing. Our technology has become so sophisticated and our engineering so precise that it doesn't cost anything to save anything anymore. So the cloud, we put all of our data there because it's convenient, because I can put it in the cloud and I can access it from another computer, from another state, anytime that I want. Well, unfortunately, Alex, so can anybody else.
Well, that's like these smart houses. On record, the CIA director said everything has spy devices in it, and we're going to control your life with it. And then you see these ads where you're in Hawaii on the boat and your house is having a fire and or you can change the air conditioner at your house. The issue is now the globalists can all go through that device and also know what's going on in your house as a tool of social control. It is a total revolution against privacy. I want to give you a quote from 1978 by Philip K. Dick, who wrote Blade Runner and, of course, Scanner Darkly and so many other powerful books that have been made into films, one which film I'm honored enough to be in, Scanner Darkly. There will come a time, this is a quote from Philip K. Dick, there will come a time when it isn't they're spying on me through my phone anymore. Eventually it will be my phone is spying on me. What a visionary.
That's exactly what's happening. And by the way, Philip K. Dick is my favorite author. And my favorite film of his is Blade Runner, which is actually based on a book of his called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Yeah, he was a visionary. And he was absolutely correct. And it is what's happening. This device, they're not spying on me through this device. This device is spying on me. It has its own intelligence, its own chip. It's a computer. It's an intelligent gadget that watches, listens to me, reads my emails, my SMS messages, my contacts, monitors my activities. This device, which each of us carry and we want to carry and we're glad to carry, is spying on us, Alex.
And just like the gift that the Trojans gave was beautiful indeed, it has a lot of legitimate devices and things on it that are very useful tools, and humans love tools. The problem is it's been loaded, in Bill Gates' own words and others, to where it is meant to dominate our lives, be the center of our lives, and condition us, track us, control us as not our guardian angel, but our little guardian devil. It's literally a palantir through which Sauron can stand right next to us every day and watch everything we do. And if you don't put it in airplane mode, when you're not using it, it's there radiating you. And even CBS News admits, doctors are saying, medical doctors, turn them off when you're not using them.
I take my battery out when I'm not using it, just for safety's sake. But yeah, but the most insidious thing, Alex, is not just that it's doing this, but that we like it. We like this device. We're in love with this device. We can't imagine going from home without it. When we're without it, we feel insecure. Oh my God, where's my phone? So that's the most insidious thing. The thing which is our worst enemy, we love the most.
You know, we're living in a science fiction movie where there's these smart devices rolled out by a central government that's already replacing frontline troops with battle droids in South Korea on the DMZ. Almost all the aircraft have already gone autonomous drone. Skynet is now deciding when to launch the missiles. They are openly attacking humans, getting rid of our jobs. The major Foxconn factories are going total human-free. We're being socially engineered through the food and water. And we have these little devices tailored to have everything about us on them and tracking us. And the government is illegally accessing all of it. So are the corporations. And it's all premeditated. Where does it go next?
That's anybody's guess. I mean, it will go where the person in power wants it to go, as always. And it will never go in a positive direction. Once society reaches such a level of decadence where we have these things because